My experience with dating in Shenzhen was the most of the Chinese girls were wanting to know all my personal details, including why I divorced and how that affected my net worth. To answer tonight's poll question, I have no experience in dating a woman who is from another country. Well, Mark, time to, get that experience.
Paul, the one time I went, had two women I dated that really was only looking for my money, but I'm still hopeful.
Of course there are people like this, out there. There are like bad people on each end. There are not all guys that travel over there are sincere and just have their motives in mind. And some are women, not necessarily the nicest people in the world. So we get that on both ends. But overall, majority of people, there are bad people here, bad people there, but there are so many good people in the middle, and that's what we're here for, to help those people in the middle meet each other and be happy and create happy families.
Wilkerson, answer the poll question. I married my wife from Davao, Philippines, who I met through the site from a club tour. Yeah, Patrick, congratulations.
It's been probably a couple of years you guys been married or something like a year? It's been a while, right? My experience with dating in Shenzhen was the most of the Chinese girls were wanting to know all my personal details, including why I divorced and how that affected my net worth. That was a little insensitive. Two of the ladies were a little more discreet and kept the date in a more romantic mood. Well, I can see why women want to know the reason for divorce. Technically, it makes sense because they're going to be moving to foreign country for you possibly in the future. So they want to know what happened in your previous relationship and whether it will happen, it will affect her, will happen to her. It's important.
Yeah, maybe she's lower herself, and she want to find out everything. Yeah, girls are really different. If you don't like girls, you don't like girls with talking like that or asking you right away, you shouldn't date with them. But it depends on the girl. Some girls are really romantic, and ask you about your life and garden. Like I met my husband and first question, he said, I live in my own house, and I asked him, do you have a garden? Because I'm from St. Petersburg, and if we have our house, we have a garden right away. We grow vegetables there, we eat vegetables. And he said, why do you need a garden? I go to store and I buy those things. So it depends on the girl, of course. Somebody want to know about garden, somebody want to know about divorce stuff.
But again, divorce is a little more practical than, garden. Because again, it's not a good subject for a first date. I agree, for the first date it's really a little insensitive, and it's, invading somebody's privacy, I would say. It's really not the right question to ask on the first date, but at some point it is important to talk about it. I'm sure you would want to know her past relationship experiences, because older we get, more baggage we all carry, and that's why older we get, harder it is to date, because we start projecting our fears and insecurities to the future relationship. So yeah, that's why we ask questions. It is complicated. When we're 16, we don't ask those questions. But when we're 30, 40, 50, 60, here's the baggage coming up,
From Sean, internationally I had two meetings, 31 and 35, fun dates, nice and non-materialistic girls. One was very attentive, the other didn't speak English well, so it made it a bit hard.
Yeah, it's always easier to communicate with someone who speaks, your language, for sure.
But if she doesn't speak English, it's something what you can change, What you cannot change is your feelings. If you feel something to the girl, so you shouldn't refuse her just because she doesn't speak English. She can learn. It's the easiest language for us to learn, because We always hear music, we learn it in the school, university, and we just never had a practice to talk, so it's not hard to learn language. Especially when you live in a country when everybody speaks, foreign language.
Are you frustrated with your current dating options? Perhaps you should consider expanding your horizons. Interested? Learn more at
AsianLovemates.com.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.